Right now at 10, pleas to protect Medicaid getting louder. Hundreds gathering in Madison State Capitol to voice concerns.
And a student at UW-La Crosse is accused of sexual assault. What we know about the alleged attacker.
Plus, measles on the rise nationwide, but not in Wisconsin. The surprising plummet in cases.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. A vote scrapped and then brought back within minutes of each other on the House floor in Washington tonight. But it all ends with a party-line vote to pass a budget resolution mirroring President Trump's legislative agenda.
It calls for $4.5 trillion in tax cuts and a $2 trillion reduction in federal spending. Party leaders, including President Trump, spoke with several Republican holdouts throughout the day to get the resolution across.
A lot of hard work ahead of us, but we are going to deliver the America First agenda. We're going to deliver all of it, not just parts of it, and this was the first step in that process.
The Senate now has to pass an identical framework if Republicans want to avoid a Democrat filibuster. Now, this House framework directs the committee overseeing several programs like Medicaid to find $880 billion worth of cuts.
And that had hundreds of protesters gathering outside Republican Senator Ron Johnson's office in Madison today. Protesters are asking him to vote against the bill. This coming after requests to meet with the senator weren't granted.
1 in 7 Wisconsin residents uses Medicaid, and yet our legislators, our lawmakers are cutting it.
GOP leaders argue Medicaid isn't specifically mentioned in the budget.
That's right, and Congressman Derek Van Orden echoing that sentiment in a statement tonight, saying in part, quote, "To be explicitly clear, today's budget resolution did not include any cuts to specific programs. Millions of Americans depend on Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and I will have no part in cutting these programs for the folks that are legally entitled to them."
As federal workers continue to be let go, some are speaking out. For the last 10 months, Haley Matinowski worked as the Administrative Operations Specialist at the Northern Greater Lakes Visitor Center in Ashland, Wisconsin. That was until last Tuesday. But last Tuesday, she and 3 co-workers, all in their probationary period, lost their jobs. The reason cited, poor performance.
The leader that had to terminate me, she said, I disagree with this. You don't have performance issues. I've voiced my concerns to my leadership that this isn't right.
That poor performance designation also means no severance. All this comes while she's 20 weeks pregnant. Haley says the center has already seen fallout from the decision.
Senator Tammy Baldwin again targeting prescription drug costs with a new bill allowing imports from Canada. The bipartisan legislation comes as the White House exchanges tariff threats with Canada. In 2022, Baldwin helped pass the Inflation Reduction Act, which in 2026 will start lowering the costs for 10 Medicare drugs.
A student at UW-La Crosse is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in her dorm. Police say 19-year-old Logan Zdanowicz assaulted the woman in Locks Hall. According to court documents, the victim felt sick after drinking at a party where Zdanowicz allegedly mentioned the term roofie roulette. Police say the victim was later carried to her dorm room and assaulted. During questioning, Zdanowicz was questioned about the phrase. Today we asked students about campus safety.
We have our campus police, they're always out patrolling. So I don't know, there's never times where I don't feel safe. And I usually walk in groups with people, so I'm never alone. I usually stay in my room anyway, keep it nice and studious, so I'll just keep an eye out, I guess.
Tonight, the suspect is free on a $5,000 bond. And the university is reacting to what happened, saying, quote, UWL is aware of a criminal charge against one of our students. While we can't comment on active investigations or disciplinary matters, we will continue to assist law enforcement to our fullest ability.
The suspect in an Eau Claire homicide is bound over for trial. 18-year-old Demarion Stogner is accused of shooting and killing Andre Simmons Jr. on January 21st. The court finding probable cause in both Stogner and Devontae Faunus' cases. Faunus allegedly hid the firearm used in the homicide. The court will schedule arraignments.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at a wet morning commute for all areas, most areas probably, especially further south in La Crosse you go, as we have a system that'll be coming through now. Won't be continuous light rain, and even might see a little bit of snow mixed in there, but overall temperatures will be above freezing. Right now we've seen a little bit of light rain for Eau Claire, indicating a little bit of mix on the radar, but a lot of that precipitation east of Eau Claire down to Blackbird Falls is not reaching the ground yet, just cloud cover. So the good news is anything that does reach the ground right now in the green is actually just rain, and that's what we'll expect to see as temperatures remain fairly steady in the mid to upper 30s overnight. And that's what we're kind of seeing on the future check. We'll start seeing a lot of activity, especially northeast Iowa towards later tonight. In fact, you could see rumbles of thunder going on down there towards the morning commute. Precipitation will come through, but it looks to be mainly in spotty areas, especially south of La Crosse towards the morning commute, as you see another batch develops there by 4 to 5 a.m. Otherwise, areas up to the north may just see a lot more clouds than actually precipitation as we hold in the mid to upper 30s, maybe dip down to low 30s in a few areas, but all in all, it'll be a wet or at least cloudy start. Overnight lows will remain fairly steady already, probably mid 30s, won't see too much activity, and then going up later, we'll kind of break down when the precipitation ends. We have some wind in the forecast, and how long do these mild conditions last too? So we'll break all that down a bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg.
Wisconsin kids have the second lowest measles vaccination rate in the nation. According to the Department of Human Services, vaccine rates are down from 88% in 2013 to 81%. That's as the number of measles cases continue to rise across the country. Since late January, 93 cases have been confirmed in 8 states. There have been no confirmed cases in Wisconsin.
A big change coming for students and teachers at the Great River Montessori School. Next fall, the school will move to a new location in Holmen. The facility will allow them to expand their current classes, add a summer program, and offer childcare. Great River Montessori's new location will offer 72 childcare slots total, 16 for infants and toddlers. One co-founder says it'll address an important need.
We did some research from the parenting place and different places like that, and found out that there's a very big need for childcare, and a lot of people don't have reliable childcare and have to miss work, and that affects their jobs. It affects the employer.
And we'll have links to registration information on our website.
A new program is offering students with disabilities the tools they need for higher education. Getting to College, an organization focused on inclusion, hosted a special presentation today at Black River Beach Center. The event offered valuable guidance for people with disabilities as they begin their college journey. Training, support, and resources were available to help students pursue higher education and achieve success.
A lot of our kids don't pursue our higher ed. They don't know that they can, and we want to be there for them so they can understand that. We want to inspire them with stories from their peers. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is always, when you get credentialed in anything, you can get a better paying job and a longer lasting career.
A pre-college summer program will offer college tours, guest speakers, and interactive workshops.
Well, at least one NFL team has no brotherly love for the brotherly shove. The Packers are calling for the NFL's competition committee to ban the tush push. When the play is called, mainly by the Philadelphia Eagles, quarterbacks are usually pushed from behind by teammates when they need to gain short yardage at the goal line or 4th and 1 situations. The competition committee expected to discuss the matter at next month's annual league meeting.
Anyone attending the draft in Green Bay may see a special beer for sale. 9 Green Bay area breweries collaborated to make the libation called 8th Round Downtown Pale Ale, which is explained as a hoppy and refreshing hazy pale ale with a blended pine, grapefruit, and peach flavor on top of a, quote, silky smooth body. It'll be available in the greater Green Bay area during draft week.
Coming up, another close call. 2 planes nearly colliding on a runway.
Plus, new evidence released in the murders of 4 Idaho college students. Coming up.
At Doll Auto, we've had customers ask, why are your prices so low? The simple answer is, we price our pre-owned vehicles to sell. When you're shopping around, we want you asking, why are their prices so high? Doll Auto.
Firefighters Credit Union has been offering home financing since before the advent of the internet. We have brick and mortar here in the community and have been around for nearly a century. With over 50 years of experience between Matt and Troy, we're local lenders here for you. that you know and you trust.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Hey, I went to the new place. They didn't have everything, but the bananas were on sale.
Wait, why didn't you go to Woodman's?
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint. I'm Phil.
Other stores promote a few items but charge more for everything else.
At Woodmans, you save big time money on your whole grocery bill.
I even use the app to compare prices.
Oh my gosh, talk about receipt regret.
Our work here is done.
Service and savings. It's Woodmans.
How much time do you spend comparing prices on pre-owned vehicles? At Dahl Auto, we're comparing prices every day, all week, all year. Because we want our price to be the best price by far. Dahl Auto.
A newly unsealed Idaho court transcript related to the 2022 murders of 4 college students claims investigators inappropriately used DNA to identify suspect Bryan Kohberger.
Yeah, they are now asking a judge to toss that evidence. Laura Aguirre reports.
The newly unsealed court transcript sheds rare light on a case that's been in large part kept out of public view. In it, a defense attorney claims investigators acted inappropriately in their use of investigative genetic genealogy, or IGG, to identify their client, Bryan Kohberger. Kohberger is accused of fatally stabbing 4 University of Idaho students in their off-campus housing in November of 2022. The defense's claim stems from how authorities used DNA gathered off a bloody knife sheath found beneath one of the victims, Maddie Mogen. The transcript shows Idaho State Police sent that sample of what's called touch DNA to a forensics lab in Texas. The lab used a database accessible to law enforcement to make a small partial connection to possible distant relatives and 4 living brothers, none of whom were named Kohberger. The lab recommended the FBI get comparative DNA from the brothers, but the brothers refused to cooperate, according to the transcript. Despite that dead end, the FBI still identified Bryan Kohberger as the suspect just over 2 weeks later. In the court document, his defense team claims that the FBI used other public databases not authorized for law enforcement use to run the DNA sample. Citing a document shared with the court, a witness testified that the FBI admitted to using MyHeritage, which is off limits to investigators. Kohberger's defense team asked the judge to suppress that IGG evidence. That request was denied, and Kohberger's trial is set to go forward this summer, with prosecutors seeking the death penalty if he's convicted. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
The FBI has not responded to the claim that the genealogical database was used inappropriately.
Due to a wide-ranging gag order, prosecutors, defense lawyers, and attorneys for victims' families and witnesses are prohibited from saying anything publicly aside from what is already said in public record.
Well, a near collision at Midway Airport in Chicago, a Southwest plane forced to abort its landing and pull up after a private jet rolled across its runway. The FAA saying the planes came within feet of each other.
I always say a prayer before I travel all the time anyway, which is good. And then of course said another little prayer after the accelerated, because I knew there was something not right.
A Southwest spokesperson later credited the flight deck's quick action, saying, quote, "The crew followed safety procedures and the flight landed without incident."
The Vatican says Pope Francis has been able to get out of bed and eat on his own, but is still in critical condition. The 88-year-old is spending a 12th day in a Rome hospital, the longest stay of his papacy. Outside the hospital and around the world, people continue to pray for him. Earlier today, a doctor at Gunderson Health weighed in on the Pope's condition.
We see patients recover from pneumonia frequently, even if they require intensive care. He has multiple organ systems involved in his disease, and so it'll be a long road to recovery, and he may not completely recover.
The Associated Press says the Pope was able to do some light church work today.
Hikers beware.
The effect warmer weather has had on hiking trails in La Crosse.
Despite the precipitation we'll have for tonight and tomorrow and even for some parts of the rest of the week and the wind, we're still looking at a mild stretch of weather. That means 40s and maybe even 50s again are expected. We'll break it all down later after the break.
When
you've trusted your personal injury case to Bygoff and Rohde, you're going to feel the weight of the world off your shoulders. You have to concern yourself with getting to the doctor and trying to get better. We'll do everything else. And that's how we get results for our clients.
It's Truck Month at your local Northland Ford dealers. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150 and Super Duty, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. Get Truck Month ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get Truck Month ready. Now, get over $11,000 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You have doctor's appointments, medical bills, insurance adjusters harassing you to settle your claim. When you call Bygoff and Rohde, we take care of it all. We get results.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Deadlines are approaching for ice fishermen to remove their permanent ice shanties.
Yeah, DNR sending out a reminder of the date when shanties need to be removed. Wisconsin-Iowa boundary waters by February 20th. Wisconsin-Minnesota boundaries by March 1st. Inland water south of Highway 64 by March 2nd. Portable shanties can still be used after these dates as long as they're removed when not in use.
And a warning if you use any of the city's trails. La Crosse Parks and Rec says the warmer weather can create soft and muddy conditions. The trails can easily become damaged by hikers and excessive bike traffic. People are being asked to avoid soft trails. Boy, am I happy that I got to go ice fishing this year for the first time because they're already packing up.
I know that window can close pretty quickly with how interesting Wisconsin February can be.
Yeah, no, I know. It's warming up now, and apparently we have this warm streak for a good amount of time, Greg.
Yeah, we still got the warm spell going on too, and that especially on river ice is pretty much melted away pretty quick. We're actually starting to see a little bit of rise in the rivers. Inland lakes take a little bit longer, given that we have quite a bit of ice to go through, but it is starting to kind of shrink away as the sun is going to be up more. But we still got some rain in the picture for your morning commute. We even have an outside chance of seeing maybe an afternoon shower with the line coming through, but most of the morning will be kind of wet. We'll have more clouds going on. We even have another weak system coming, flurries and sprinkles late Wednesday night. This will be a little colder, may continue into Thursday morning, but light precipitation with that one too, even lighter than what we'll see for tomorrow morning. Bigger story Thursday is the breezy conditions, that northwest wind, and then Friday we're going to turn those winds around as a very strong system but dry system comes through. windy conditions, southwest turning all the way to northwest. So that'll be the big story on Friday. Maybe see some wind headlines coming with that one. But overall, tomorrow's highs cooler than what we saw for Tuesday, but it's still above average. We should be upper 30s, near 40. So that's a good point. We'll still have the precipitation in the morning, a little bit of sun potentially in the afternoon hour. Here's all the precipitation, and really it's tonight. It's some areas up to the north of La Crosse. To Eau Claire's already seen some. The bigger story is going to be south of La Crosse, with one area developing tonight coming through early, and then towards the morning commute we could see another development of really steady rain or even a potential thunderstorm with that coming through the morning commute. So southwest Wisconsin, especially Crawford over to Richland County, that could be an area that could pick up more substantial rainfall with that. Otherwise, for the morning commute, still light precipitation. Looks like right now most should be rain. Once we get further in the morning, you might see an outside shot. Some of these areas kind of mix, but roads should remain wet given that the temperatures will be at or above freezing. By the time we get late morning, there'll be a few showers remaining south and east of La Crosse, but I think most areas will start seeing a little bit break in the cloud cover towards the afternoon. It may take a little bit longer to get the sun out there as that winds begin to turn around. And I think by the evening hour, it should be fairly quiet, but look at here, right here, there's a little bit of a line that develops potentially of a little bit of showers right there that could impact the evening commute. We'll keep an eye on a very narrow line of showers coming through with a weak disturbance, something to keep in mind. Otherwise, it should be fairly quiet. The next story we're looking at is that precipitation coming with the vent. But here's the amounts that we expect for through noon. Most of that is to the south. Other areas up to the north may see a trace to a tenth. But keep an eye out there. It could be an area that has maybe up to a ½ inch south of La Crosse. That next system I mentioned, Thursday morning, we might see a little brief showers come through, snow showers that could impact the morning commute. Won't amount to too much. The bigger story Thursday will be that wind that comes behind it, and that could be fairly gusty as we go throughout. There's your winds potential for Thursday. Could be up to 20 miles per hour sustained with higher gust. Gets even stronger as we go into Friday with the winds turning around to the south, but the temperatures get up to 50. Cool down Saturday, and then we kind of come back up with the next messy situation, I think, coming probably Tuesday into Wednesday. More to come later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, who's still in? Find out which teams are moving on in the Wisconsin and Minnesota high school playoffs. Jacob is next.
People seem to have a lot of opinions about cases based on a very short snapshot.
It's giving me a better understanding.
There's a lot of in between, and it's very complicated, and I want people to realize.
Wednesday at 6, a first-hand look at what goes into the difficult decisions in our justice system.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
The Wisconsin RV Super Show is coming to you. Join us at any Camping World in Wisconsin February 27th to March 2nd to shop special RV Super Show pricing on the best selection of new and used RVs in Wisconsin. Tour brand new 2025 RVs starting at less than $5 a day. Enter to win a new RV and enjoy some free food on Saturday. Plus, we will beat any competitor's deal by $500 or you get $1,000. Learn more at campingworld.com/Wisconsin RV Super Show.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine, and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
All right, a lot to get to tonight with girls basketball teams battling to add another game to their schedule with regional semis on Friday. Let's get right to it. We begin with MVC foes going to head-to-head from Logan High, number 8 Logan, number 9 Toma. Pick things up second half. Lydia Mason somehow gets that one to go. Rangers up 2. Not much later, the sophomore star Brielle Pluger spotting up from the top of the key, splashing it to tie things up. Hosts would answer, though. Gabriella Raymer cans it from the triple on the wing. And the Timberwolves had an answer for every Logan run. Toma is going to pick up the road victory by a final of 49-40. They'll travel to West Salem on Friday. In Onalaska, it's Luther hosting Osseo Fairchild. Slow start for the 5th-seeded Knights, but here Macy Neumeister connects from deep to try to get the offense going. Then the home side would start to figure things out. Natalie Hackbarth is going to hit nothing but net right here to put Luther up by 9. Then off a steal, a perfectly executed 2-on-1 as Allie Zittel gets it back and finishes the easy lay-in. The Knights are moving on. They'll travel to 4th-seed Stratford on Friday in the regional semis. Alma Center Lincoln facing Blair Taylor in first-round action. Wildcats led by sharpshooter Alyssa Smetana tonight as she nails the corner 3. And that would not be her last. Not much later, Isabel Woodard finds Smetana beyond the arc again, and she's pure from long range, increasing her side's lead. Then Avery Peterson gathers her own rebound and hits Andy Beck under the basket for the easy lay-in. Wildcats win 71-43 and will host a regional semis game on Friday. Whitehall hosting Nakusa tonight. Lady Norse were sharp from the opening tip as Trinity Austin finds Paige Lisowski. She's going to put it up off the glass and in to open up the scoring. Then Lisowski puts the Norse up 6-3 early as 2 more come from the floater. She had 19 tonight. Haley Sluga then finds Kelsey Klomstead in the corner. She drives baseline for the and 1, taking the lead back 9-6 at that point. And then Austin finds a jumper in the lane, helping the Lady Norse get the win 62-35 over the Papermakers at home. All right, more scores to pass along. Sparta continues to trudge on, defeating Baraboo tonight. Viroqua takes down Stanley Boyd. Melrose Mindoro will be back in action with a 10-point win over Augusta. And the Pirates of CFC take down Brookwood in a low-scoring affair. Also, Cashton gets past Waniwak Center. Wazeeka Steuben ladies keep rolling, getting past Seneca. Hillsboro downs Royal, and Alma Pepin wins big over New Lisbon. All right, in Rochester, Section 1A action at the Mayo Civic Center. First up, Spring Grove. Mabel Canton facing Lanesboro. Pick this one up in the second half. Lanesboro's Jensen Storhoff works by a defender to get a bucket from down low. Burrows lead by 6, but Spring Grove looking to get a rally going. Kinley Soini from up top, good from 3. Lions now lead by 2, and the red and black looking for more. Soini from outside the arc. High bounce off the iron, but the shot still goes. Lions extending their lead. Spring Grove keeping the pressure on. Long pass sets up Harper Reed under the bucket for the hoop and a trip to the line. And the Lions are moving on to Saturday following a 65-57 win. Lions getting the winner of Houston and Grand Meadow right here. First half off the inbounds pass, Houston's Aubrey Bolts is going to pull up for a little 15-footer. That goes, and the Hurricanes trail by 1. Superlarks go on a super run from there. From the top of the key, Naomi Warmaka knocks down a 3 as Grand Meadow goes up by double digits, and Houston's season ends as they fall 60-25 tonight. The UWL ladies facing Stevens Point in the WIAC tournament. Late fourth quarter, it's Kaylee Meeker from the parking lot as the shot clock expires. UWL up by 5. Then a good pass down low from Grace Nupp to Lindsay Knuth to go up 4. And then here is your dagger. Allie Spranger's wide open for the layup. The Eagles pick up the victory and will play Thursday at top-seeded Oshkosh. In the pros, the Bucks fall in a tight one of the Rockets, 100-97. Giannis with 27 points and 10 rebounds in the loss. And the Badger men get back on track, taking down Washington by 26. John Blackwell with one of his best games of the year, finishing with 24 points. That's sports. More news after this.
I was there when Brad Schimmel initiated the Sexual Assault Kit initiative, pushing hard to make sure that victims of sexual assault were able to see their offenders convicted, to make sure that there is justice. And that's what we need on the Supreme Court bench.
It's Truck Month at your local Northland Ford dealers. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150 and Super Duty, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. Get Truck Month ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get Truck Month ready. Now, get over $11,000 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's Easy Match Mania. During the month of February, you have a 1 in 7 chance of winning a bonus $1 Megabucks ticket when you buy a $2 Megabucks with Easy Match ticket. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
The Board Store, 1989. The Board Store, 2025. We've made our own improvements to better serve homeowners while improving the homes and lives of thousands of homeowners in the past 35 years. Now is your opportunity for you to get started on this year's project at the lowest prices of the year. See it all in our showroom, visit online, or call. 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Higher quality at lower prices. Don't miss it.
Hey, Dominic here, and I want to show you how easy it is to make a homemade pizza sauce and a meat topping using pizza pleasing and Italian pleasing. For the sauce, combine an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1.5 teaspoons of pizza pleasing, 1 tablespoon Parmesan cheese, and simmer for 10 minutes. For the meat topping, brown a ½ pound of ground beef or pork with 1.5 teaspoons of Italian pleasing. Be sure to get your pizza and Italian pleasings and 35 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. It's delicious.
I was there when Brad Schimmel initiated the Sexual Assault Kit initiative, pushing hard to make sure that victims of sexual assault were able to see their offenders convicted, to make sure that there is justice. And that's what we need on the Supreme Court bench.
A Minnesota skier is on her way to the world stage next month.
Bethany Mussel downhill skis with Special Olympics. For the last 15 years, she's been training to be her very best at skiing, which earned her a spot competing on the world stage.
She'll compete in 3 events: slalom, giant slalom, and Super G. Her coaches are confident she'll find out even more success at the world competition.
Go
and we wish her all the best.
Yeah, that is not an easy sport, and she looks like she's handling it pretty well.
Oh, yes.
All the best of
Fingers
luck
crossed.
to her. All right. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99, and end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
Get $3,000 total cash allowance on this 2025 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $5,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
The chips that you like are not on sale this week, so we're gonna have to skip those. Sorry, bud.
Aww. Hi, we're at Woodman's. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. At Woodman's, you don't need a flyer to find hot deals. With our everyday low prices and huge selection, you can find anything you're looking for. And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money? Looks like your chips are back on the list. Yes. Thanks, guys.
It's Woodman's.
At Castle Realty, we believe in more than just buying and selling homes. We believe in building communities and creating lasting memories. For over a decade, we've proudly served the Coulee region, helping dreams come true, one family at a time. Thanks to our incredible community, we've been voted Best of La Crosse County for 7 years in a row. And now, we're asking for your support to make it 8. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to cast your vote. Castle Realty, from here, for you.
Ready to embark on an exclusive exclusive journey into the lives of UW's top athletes? News 8 Now Sports takes you inside Wisconsin Huddle, a one-of-a-kind 30-minute weekly special. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's an inside look into the world of Big Ten college athletes, from their journey to Madison to insights on how they prepare for competition. Join Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30 on News 8. Brought to you by Johnson Tractor.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99, and end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
All right, we'll have rain moving in. Already is moving into some areas, especially South La Crosse. You even might see a rumble of thunder with some of this activity. Could mix with a little snow in the morning, but I think most areas will remain well above freezing. Cooler tomorrow, but still mid-40s, so overall not too bad. Mid-40s Thursday, winds will be a story. Then watch Friday. The wind will be the bigger story, but also we might get up to 50.
I'm really happy I washed my car today. That's
Love
great
that
news.
first thunder of the year, though.
Yeah.
Yes, might see that.
That does it for us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.